Welcome to the Chirpin Birds podcast. Today we're going to talk about that pirate series that just happened, as well as we're going to talk about Victor Scott and what he's turning out to be. So getting started, I want to talk about Victor Scott. So we touched base on his catch that he made last episode. This episode, I want to talk about his speed. In the game, Victor Scott went from first to home in 9.8 seconds, or sorry, 9.2 seconds. It's very impressive. This is sixth fastest this season so far. And really, what I want to talk about with him is just the fact that his play, his defensive play, and his speed have saved the Cardinals multiple times this season. And it shows how great of a player he is, even if he's like just a slightly above average to average offensive player. What he does for the Cardinals, you don't really find often. He's doing things that create winning opportunities, like scoring from first twice. He did it twice. And then, like saving the game with that catch. Victor Scott's starting to come to light and really be a centerpiece to this Cardinals team. Yard Barker made an article and headlined it Cardinals may have a new centerpiece on their hands. And they were talking about Victor Scott. Victor Scott pretty much all but kicked out Siani because of how he's played. He's played in 34 games and he's slashing a 289 with 359 and a 412 slugging with two home runs and a 15 RBIs and 11 stolen bases. He's got 11 stolen bases already, and he has six doubles. If we want to compare that to last season, in his first 53 games of his career, he posted a 40 OPS plus. This season, find it. This season he is a WRC plus of a 120, and he was projected to have an 84. So all in all, Victor Scott, if he continues to play like this, he's going to be a clear cornerstone piece for this Cardinals team going forward. I mean, the fact that he was an afterthought, thought he was going to start in the minor leagues, to coming up and pressing in the spring, earning his job, and then maintaining it. He's going to be a solid centerpiece for the Cardinals. Retool, rebuild, whatever you want to call this. Another player I kind of want to give a highlight on is Matthew Liberatore. Um, he's having one hell of a season. I mean, at this point, like, we're gonna have to start questioning. I mean, if he continues, we're gonna have to start questioning. Did the Cardinals actually lose their Rosarena trade? And that might seem silly to say now, but let me give you his stats. He's got 7 games started where he's pitched 41 innings. He has a 23% K rate, and his ground ball rate's at a 44%. He has an ERA of a 3.07, and his FIP is better at a 2.31. It's good for a WAR of 1.4 on the season. He's 3-3, and his ERA plus is a 136. I mean, his walk hits per inning pitched is 0.9, less than one, and he leads the league in walks per nine at 1.3. It's the best in the league. If you look at his trends over the past 4 seasons, this being the fourth season, His walks per nine has slowly declined. Went from 4.7 in 22 to 3.6 in 23, 2.9 in 24, and all the way down to a 1.3 this season. And his strikeouts steadily increased. He had 7.3 strikeouts in 22. He did dip a bit in 23 with a 6.7, but then last season he had an 8.0, so 8 strikeouts per nine. And then this season he's at an 8.3. And another one that's steadily declined over his past 4 seasons has been his hits per nine. 10.9 in his first season, 9.6 in 23, 8.5 in 24, and 7.2 this season. And another indicator, I mean, it's just like if you kind of look across the board of his stats, you can see that with each season, he's getting better in pretty much every metric. ERA, it's true. ERA plus, FIP, WHIP, strikeouts, just all down the board. It's just better and better. I'll give you his FIP, for example: 5.02, 4.28, 4.11, 2.31 for this season. ERA plus 66, 84, 95, 136. In strikeouts, 28, 46, 76, and then he's got 38 this season. Right now, he's on track to beat 76. And then his ERA, 5.97, 5.25, 4.40, 3.07 this season. So each season, Liberatore has gotten better. There's no reason to sit here and just deny what he's doing because he's gotten the experience. He's doing better in like literally every stat category. I think we might have a very solid pitcher on our hands, and it was just patience. We just had to be patient. But he's churning out in his fourth major league season with the Cardinals. This probably isn't going to be a very long episode. Okay, Monday's game. Monday, Pittsburgh jumped out with that early lead that I mentioned with that home run by Brian Reynolds. But then the Cardinals got 2 home runs in the bottom of the third by Jose Barrero and Alec Burleson, which Burley, he's had some pop recently. Keep that going because that's all his game lacks. But with those 2 home runs in the bottom of the third inning, the Cardinals tied the game. Top of the fourth, Michaelis starts slipping up a little bit. Adam Frazier drives in a run. Luckily, the Cardinals got Triolo to ground into a double play to end the inning, with the Pittsburgh Pirates only getting 1 run. Bottom of the fourth, Cardinals have a chance, but Gorman grounds into a double play. That ends the inning. Bottom of the sixth inning, Contreras, it's a home run. He's been lighting it up recently, but that made it 4-3, a 2-run home run. And then Jose Barrero hits a ground rule double with the bases loaded, making it 6-3. Pirates try to score some in the top of the seventh, but it doesn't happen. We get O'Neill Cruz to strike out, and the Cardinals go on to take the game with Helsley coming in and shut the door. All in all, Michaelis had a shaky outing. 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. You know, the reason he's valuable is because of his innings that he can eat, but he's not doing that anymore. About 5 innings, he's done. He's not valuable to this team. You know who is? Michael McGreevy and Gordon Graceffo, the latter of which saved this game by taking over for Michaelis and getting out of the inning. He pitched a good inning, and then so did Leahy, Maton, and then led up to Helsley, who closed the door. So the bullpen shut it down, and Graceffo helped the Cardinals win the game. Tuesday's game was Liberatores game. The Cardinals pretty much won that game because of him. Seven innings pitched with only 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run. He did walk 3, but he got 8 strikeouts. Madsen Graceffo came in to relieve, and Graceffo, when he shut the door, was pretty hyped up. It's always good to see your young players hyped up and excited for a win, especially whenever they're the ones contributing. The game was pretty quiet until the 6th inning when the Pirates jumped out ahead and hit a double. Brian Hayes hit a double and scored O'Neal Cruz, making the score 1-0 in the Pirates' favor. Bottom of 6th inning, Burleson, showing off that newfound power, hits a double, scoring 2, making it 2-1. And that was all the scoring that the game had. It was a game ruled by pitching, and Liberatore dominated. Like I said, Graceffo came in, shut the door, and was hype for locking in that series win against the Pirates. On Wednesday, the Cardinals came in for the sweep, and sweep them they did. Had a strong outing by Sonny Gray, who pitched 7 innings, only allowed 2 hits, no earned runs, walked 1 on 8 strikeouts. His season's ERA is down to 3.50. Leahy and Roycroft both got some work, with Leahy giving up 2 hits. Roycroft, no hits, and he got 1 strikeout. He closed out the game. Newbar had a pretty big game. I'm going to go over it now. So in the bottom of the 3rd, it was Newbar who got the scoring started. He had a single that scored Victor Scott from first base, like we had already talked about. Made it 1-0. Same inning, Mason Wynn hits a double that scores Newbar, making it 2-0. No scoring until the bottom of the 5th when Mason Wynn hits another double that scores Victor Scott, making it 3-0. Top of the 8th, the Pirates had a chance. They had 2 men on with 1 out, man on 3rd and 1st, but Brian Reynolds strikes out. That ends the inning and the threat, which I mean at that point it was 5-0, so there wasn't much they could do at that point. So yeah, good base running won that game, and a strong pitching performance by Sonny Gray won that game. So the Cardinals finish out the sweep, get their record at 19-19 before they go out of town for their road trip. Something with the Cardinals that has been happening for the past few seasons now is their poor road performance. I feel like that's been a problem since 21. They just can't play on the road. It don't make sense because whenever they're at home, they're killing it. But it's like right when they're in front of opposing fans, I guess, they can't hit. They can't do nothing. It don't make sense to me. We'll see what happens on this road trip. They're playing the Nationals, who are 17-21. On Friday, it's going to be Fetty versus Parker. Fetty has obviously had some struggles as of late. His ERA has ballooned up to a 4.78. Parker, he's having a solid season so far. He has a 3.48 ERA with 3 wins and 2 losses. So that matchup right now, as it stands, favors the Nats. That's Friday's game. Saturday's game, we got Palante versus Williams. Who Palante has had troubles as well. His ERA ballooned up to 4.75, but Williams has had some issues too with a 5.86 ERA. He does have a lot of strikeouts, though 30 strikeouts. For example, Palante has 21, Fetty has 21. And then on Sunday, the Cardinals got Michaelis going against Gore. So the Nats got the favorable pitching matchup for this series. Michaelis has a 4.76 ERA, with Gore having a 3.38. And I thought that one dude had a lot of strikeouts. Gore has 68 strikeouts on the season. That is absolutely insane. He's got a 3.33 ERA. So 2 out of 3 games, the Nats favor in terms of pitching matchup. So we'll see what happens. Cardinals really need to come out of here with 2 wins, and then they're going to go see the Phillies. So try to build a padding as much as they can. They just got to 500, so I'd hate for them to squander it at this point. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast. We should have a new episode on Monday talking about the upcoming Nationals series. So look forward to that. I might be putting up a short here soon of Victor Scott's lap around the bases. Look forward to that as well. Other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. Peace out.